It is Tuesday, October 1st, 7:34 a.m. The weather is starting to get a little. It's like warm-ish. It's like, I don't know. It's like sweater weather in the day and it's getting cold at night. So it's getting there, which that's about right. The internship I got, the one that I went to interview at a few weeks ago, I've got it pretty much the day of, like I said, but it's confirmed. Signed the paperwork yesterday, and I start October 14th. So in 2 weeks, I will be there. I got to email the guy, ask him when he wants me to come in, and then that day, I'm guessing we're going to go over my hours and stuff. My internship person said I can't do more than 25 hours, and he wants me to work 4 days a week, so I'm guessing it's going to be 6 hours, 4 days a week, and then I'll make up the time elsewhere, like working a Friday or two. So that's cool. I'm not really excited. I'm not excited, but I'm not excited. I don't really not really looking forward to going back to work, even if it's something to do with what I'm in school for. So it's kind of whatever. To be honest, I'm probably less excited than I am more excited, just because doing something for 4 hours versus 6, like it's actually 2 hours to do stuff, and yeah, and it's like the entire like 8:30 till 2, whatever it would be. 3 maybe if I have an hour lunch, but yeah, so there's that. Yesterday I went to a concert. It was Alien Weaponry, Black Dahlia Murder, and Black Label Society. Alien Weaponry was awesome. They made like a 30 to 45 minute set. They sounded really great live. They were like probably them and Black Dahlia were the one I really wanted to see, but I really wanted to see Alien Weaponry because I swear to God, these guys are going to be massive. And if they're not, it's going to be a shame, because it's like they're like, I think they're still teenagers, and maybe just entering their 20s, and they're making like awesome new generation Sepultura music, and it's just amazing. So I really wanted to see them. They were awesome. I wanted to buy some merch, but there wasn't really anything that was awesome for them, so that sucked. But yeah, but they put on a good show. And then Black Dahlia Murder, who I got merch for. So this is the front. Where's the front? This is the front. And then this is the back. I really, really like this shirt. I don't know what this back is, but I really, really like this shirt. So that's cool. Black Dahlia put on an awesome show. They sound amazing live. They sound just like the record live. Their drummer, I don't know how he has the endurance for that. It is incredible what he can do. And the vocalist sounds incredible as well. He's very like, I don't know, he reminded me of the Convictions. So saying he just had a lot of personality. He's very energetic. So that was cool. They didn't play a lot of the stuff that I was hoping they would play, which was more stuff off of whatever What a Horrible Night to Have a Curse album is. I think they played one song, which was the second last song. I think it was Chaos Divine, which was awesome. But I mean, the other songs they played were good. That's like kind of my favorite era. So yeah, but they sounded amazing live. Happy to see them. And then after that, Black Label Society. So Black Label Society, I like. I'm just not the biggest fan of. And they were actually really, really pissing me off before they came on stage, because they were done sound check at 9:15 and they didn't start playing until 9:45. Why? That was so stupid. Like, songs kept ending and everyone was like, yay, okay, another song. Like, the songs while they play over the PA while they're getting ready, the song would end. Yes, Black Label. Oh, fuck, another one. Okay. Yes, oh, another song. Oh, another, okay. Metallica. No, oh, they're actually going to start this time. And then when they actually started the show, the lights went down and they started, everyone's like, okay, this is the show. It's starting. And they played one last song to start it. And I was like, holy fuck, just start your fucking concert. Shut the fuck up with this shit. You were done 30 minutes ago. Fucking play goddamn music. I'm not here to listen to the radio. Fuck off. I was getting really, really agitated. So they finally decided to start playing. And I don't know, they weren't anything special. I mean, they were good, definitely. They sound fine live. They sound fine live. Very similar to what they sound on the album. But I don't know, it wasn't anything great. And Yeah, so where I was standing, so basically I was in like the main on the floor in front of the stage, but it was just too crowded, too hot, and I didn't really care that much to see Black Label like that close. So I was like, I'm gonna move back. So I went back and kind of further back, and I was by the stairs, which I'll talk about the venue in a second. The stairs, there was this dude who literally just stood on the stairs, and literally every 5 seconds he had to move because people were walking there, and he kept going up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down these stairs. And each time I'm thinking, dude, like, why don't you just? There's literally so much room around me. Why don't you just find a spot there? So, yeah, he stayed there until someone moved away from like the place he was standing in front of, and he ended up standing there. So that was weird. Yeah, so I had my spot. There were some parts where I couldn't see the entire band because there was the tall dude in front of me, but I ended up finding cracks here and there. So yeah, it started at 9:45. It was like 10. It was like 10. I don't know. It was like 10, a little bit after 10:30. Where I was like, my back was killing me. Like before they even came on, my back was killing me. And like no matter how I stood, no matter what I stretched, it was just hurting so bad. And I wanted to finish out the show, but I was like, you know what? I started weighing in my head. All right, I was like, okay, my back hurts and it's getting worse. Do I want to keep that, or do I want to keep dealing with that? Is Black Label good enough to keep dealing with that? And the answer was no. So I don't know. I left maybe 15, 20 minutes max before the end of the show, just because my back was like it hurt so much, and I wasn't willing to stay there for Black Label. So Black Label, they were okay. I think I'm definitely pissed off that they wasted. They could have finished if they started at 9:25 even. They were done. Their sound check at 9:15. If they started at 9:25, I probably would have stayed the entire show, because if I left around 10:30, they would have been close to or around done at that time. So it's very, very unnecessary playing 30 minutes of songs before you go on stage. Annoying, stupid, and very, very much so made me hate them live even more than I would have otherwise. So there's that. The venue itself was hands down the worst venue I've ever been at. I'm pretty sure I saw Trivium and Redheaded and Isle here though, so I don't remember that being that bad. But I don't know. Today it was god awful. It was I've never been to a venue where I thought this sucks. This is the first time I've ever been to a venue who thought that. It was brutal. So basically, you walk in, and on the left is the merch, which is a good idea because people first and last thing they see when they come and go, right? Smart, sure. The men's washroom's on the right, and the first bar is right in front of you, and the ATM's also there. So when I walked in, it wasn't too bad. Basically, after Alien Weaponry, I wanted to go use the washroom, and that entire area was full. There was nowhere you could go, because if this is the whole hallway, this whole section is people waiting. Half people thought they had to wait in line for the washroom, so they're waiting in line for the washroom. People are waiting to go outside to smoke, and people are waiting for the ATM. This entire rest of this thing is people that are waiting for the bar over here, and also people who are doing merch. And the line for the merch is, it's vertical, it's horizontal, it's diagonal, it's everything, it's everywhere. And you can't go anywhere. So literally, you're standing there just like, I don't know what I'm in line for. I don't know if I'm in line for. I don't know if people aren't moving because they can't, or if they're in line for something. If I could go somewhere, I would, but I can't, because there's no space for me to go in between, because people are shoulder to shoulder, just stuck in place. And if you try to squeeze into someone, you're going to literally just be scrunched up like this with other people. It was brutal. It was awful. And then actually getting to so basically, once you miraculously get past the bar and into like the concert area, it was ridiculous. It was like a small ramp going into like the side view thing. So, it wasn't like a balcony, but kind of the side views. And then there was literally one staircase where that dude that I was talking about earlier, there's one staircase to go down into like the other area that isn't the pit, but it's like another area where another bar is, and sound booth is, and people are just chilling there, right? So to go in there, there's one staircase, only one, and you can fit two of me. Will be hip to hip and hip to rail. And people were standing on there. People are standing near there. So people like when the dude was standing there while Black Label was playing, people would walk beside me and they were like, I don't know how the fuck to get out of here. Where do I go? And people have to be like, it's over here. The stairs are over here, bud. Like no one knew where they were going, and because you can't see. You don't. There's who like it's literally like the size 2 of me's. What the fuck? So you go into this down these stairs and it's like the bar, another bar area. Like I said, it is fucking packed. You can't like trying to move is hard as shit. Okay, and then you finally walk down 4 stairs into the pit area, which is fine, whatever. So basically, after Black Label, I found a little spot. I was in the pit for both Black Label and Alien Weaponry. So I found a spot off to the side where I was able to sit down because my back was starting to hurt then. So I sat down before Black Label, then I got up. And I wanted to make my way to an area of the pit where I could stand. And literally, like I said, walking, like, if I tried to get past someone, I was standing inside of someone. Like there was no room in the pit. And that's not the venue's fault. It was just a packed pit. So that was cool. So I'm trying to walk and finally I find a place where I'm like, okay, kind of got my spot. And it's like 9:20. I'm like, all right, they're gonna probably start playing soon. 9:30 ish rolls around. I'm like, they're still not playing. Okay, I'm gonna go find another spot then, because I don't want to be. I'm starting to sweat up here. I don't really care. I'm not really close to the stage. I'm like in the middle where the mosh pit, if it's gonna happen, will be. So I'm like, no, I don't want to do this. So I turn around. I'm trying to leave. I'm trying, but literally like people, I'm looking at people like, excuse me, and they're like, I don't know where the fuck you want me to go, dude. Like I can't move. There is someone beside me, and there's like a fucking brick wall basically of people beside them. So I don't know where you think you're gonna go, but you can't. So I'm like squeezing through, trying to get through people. Like it's ridiculous. And like the stairs, people are lined up all across the stairs. So I don't even know where these stairs start. But finally, I find them, and I'm trying to make my way up, and like again squeezing through, and it's just awful. It was so claustrophobic, such a bad venue. I don't know who, like, unless you have like 50 people there for like some sort of event. Awful venue. I can't get over how bad that was. Literally one lane to go anywhere, and that lane was constantly blocked by people. Like at the very, it's gonna be like a fire hazard, right? You can't go anywhere. You can't move. You can't go anywhere. Oh my god, it was so bad. It was so bad. I was so irritated. I'm still irritated thinking about it. That was if I ever have a concert there again, it's gonna have to be one of the greatest bands ever that I really want to see, because I'm never going back there again. That was awful, just awful. So that was that. Lately we've been playing more games. Garry's Mod, Counter-Strike Source, Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 2, and I've been enjoying that. A few of those are nostalgics, so that's cool. I've been making more videos. Actually, I've been making videos which is crazy. In the last 2 weeks, I've made 12 videos, and I have a 13th one that I just have to render and do a thumbnail for. All Garry's Mod videos. I have a Counter-Strike video that's just like a minute long, but I have to get more of that. And then I have another Garry's Mod video for Murder, but there's like probably not that much. I have to actually edit the whole thing there. So, yeah. I don't know. Alex was like linked me a couple of Garry's Mod videos or something, or Portal videos or something like that, and I just got nostalgic, wanted to play, started playing. People were like, "Oh, you're playing Garry's Mod?" I was like, "I mean, yeah, let's go play." And then we started making videos. So, that's been cool. Watching those old videos was nostalgic, and I'm glad that I recorded those, because it's like a memory of that time. So that's cool. And now I have these memories here. So that was fun. Phone. I'm getting a new phone. I don't know. Maybe this week. I've been looking kind of. At first, I thought I was gonna get the iPhone Pro, but the more I looked at it, the more I was like, okay, I'm spending an extra like $500 on a third camera, which I don't really need. An OLED screen, which nice, but I don't really need, and a little bit more battery life. I don't need that. So, I know the whole thing was, I'm gonna get the best phones with last, as good as possible. But honestly, like if I just get the regular iPhone 11, that's gonna last me for a while, and it has everything that I need, and it's cheaper, because basically what I could do is I could get just the iPhone Pro, and I think I was gonna get the Apple Care, which will come out to like $2,000, or like 2034 something like that, or I could get the iPhone 11, Apple Care plus AirPods and pay like $1,600, which is like which is like just the iPhone Pro. If I just got the iPhone Pro, so I think I'm gonna get that this week, maybe next. We'll see. I want to get my haircut this week, so maybe before I go get that, I'll do that. Yeah, in school I've been basically taking like a day off every week, just because I can, and leaving early. Right, I would say regularly, but honestly, Tayo just doesn't mark me left early. I don't think once. Like Friday, for example. Oh my God! So Thursday I took the day off. Friday I wanted to take Friday off. We had a quiz. So I was like, okay, I can't just not go to that. So can't just not go to that. So I go in at like 1:15 because I know class should be started around then. At 1:15, I turn on my computer, I get everything set up, I do my quiz. Takes me like, I think it was like 7 minutes. Then I turn off and I leave. I was there for like, I don't know, 15 minutes, maybe not even, because I parked on the road, and I left. And I got home. So basically, I left, I think at or close to 1, and I was home at like 1:45. For that day, I was looking at my attendance. It shows me present for the entire 4 hours. I was like, awesome, dude. Thanks. So that was cool. And I plan on doing the same thing this week. Probably we're gonna have a test again on Friday. So take Thursday off. And what I'm gonna do most likely is I'm going to do I'm probably gonna take Thursday off, skimp out on Friday, and I'm gonna take Monday off. I think because Hell in a Cell is on Sunday, which I'm probably gonna watch. Take Monday off and then take Friday off. So that's next week's my last week. So take the 2 days off, and yeah. So I think that's what I'll do, and that'll be fun. And yeah, the last thing is so basically Matt's two-year AA anniversary / birthday thing was on Friday. So that would have been September 27th. I don't know if that's the actual day, but that's the day he celebrated, and really proud of him and stuff like that. But while I was there, there was a person that I knew from high school, and this was a person that I don't know. We had classes together. We were at times friendly, but I kind of never. I don't know. The older we got, the older we got in terms of high school, the more I just became annoyed with this person. I was like, you're such a bitch. Like, I really don't like you. And so basically I was holding on to this kind of high school grudge, and it wasn't like I hate this person, I would never talk to her. It was like I just, when I thought of this person, I was like, oh yeah, I just wasn't a big fan of hers in high school, and she was kind of annoying. So I see her in AA, and Matt actually has her do like one of the readings, and I'm like, holy shit, like I know this person. This is the person that the same age as me. I went to school with this person, and oh my God. And it was weird because I was like, I don't know why, but it was like, this is the first time I know that there's people my age, even people younger, that are, they have addiction problems, and this was like a holy shit, I'm an adult, I'm older now. It's weird, man, because it's like having kids, whoa, that's crazy. It's still crazy to me, but it's like, that's normal. Getting married, same thing. But like having addiction, for me, it's like, I know you can be an addict and you can have problems when you're 18 and when you're a teenager and stuff like that. But like, for me, it's like, I see this as like, I never thought about it, but like when I realized this, I realized that my thought process was like, we're still kids, man. We're going to parties, hanging out, having fun, and drinking and stuff. It's normal, dude. That's not a big deal. And it's like, it was just weird. It caught me off guard. I was like, holy shit, like people my age, like they're, adults. Like these are real things happening to real people. And so she spoke, and then afterwards, I caught up with her and I was like, hey, how's it going? Like, it's nice to see you. And I asked her how long she was in there. She said, she told me. And it was just, and when she told me, it was early 20s that she came in to AA. And I was like, holy fuck, dude. Like, that's not very long after high school that you came in. And I told her, I'm happy that you're here. I'm proud of you. and I hope things go well. And we talked about life a little bit. She told me about her personal life a little bit, and she seems to be doing well. In terms of relationships, in terms of jobs, I was like, that's awesome, dude. Good for you. And it was weird because in that moment, like that negativity that I felt towards her just washed away, and I was like, it kind of gave me this new perspective where it's like, I know Joe Rogan, he talks about this a lot on his podcast, where he got older and he started to think of people that they were just, for example, assholes. He's like, that asshole was someone's kid before, or even just, like a homeless person or something. That person was someone's baby. Like that grew up into this person. And I could always hear that, and I was like, I'm trying to kind of get to that point, but this really helped me, I think, because it's like, I saw this and I was like, it just kind of gave me this perspective that like, we're all figuring stuff out, man. We're all kids. We're all just, I don't really know how to explain it, but we're all just kind of doing things, and it's unfair for me to hold grudges from 8 years ago. Instead of a grudge, I don't know if I call it a grudge, but it's unfair for me to say I don't like this person because they were kind of annoying 8 years ago when I last saw them in high school. Because a lot has changed in 8 years for me, so I'd imagine a lot of stuff has changed for other people, and a lot of people aren't the same people that they were 8 years ago. And I know that's, for some people, that's that's an obvious thing, but it's like, I never really thought about it. I never really had that thought process of oh, this person annoys me, and they annoyed me because they annoyed me 8 years ago in high school, so maybe I should reconsider that. I never crossed my mind because it wasn't that big of a deal. But it's like, now I see people differently. Now I kind of see it kind of the way Joe does, where it's like, if I see someone, it's like, okay, this person is an adult. They were my age once, or they were younger ones, and they made decisions, and they've changed in some capacity. Same way with kids now. It's like, if I see a kid, it's like, okay, you're this way now, and that's who you are, but you're going to probably change. And I don't know. It was I don't really know if I'm articulating my thoughts correctly on this, but it just kind of really changed my perspective on people, who they are, how they are, and how I treat people, and how I view people, and what my opinions of certain people are. And it was almost like the slate was washed clean for everyone, where it's like, if I haven't talked to you in a while, I don't know you, so I'm not going to judge you. I'm just not gonna worry myself about you, and if I ever meet you again, I'll kind of give you that fresh start, where it's like, okay, who are you now? What's new with you? How are you as a person, right? And it was almost inspiring too. Like, honestly, seeing her in there, it was honestly a little bit inspiring, because it was like, dude, like, this is a person who, like I said, a few years after high school, she went into AA, and like at that time, I think at that time I was dating Taylor still, right? Like, my life was, I think I was still in college. Like, my life was different, and it was like, I don't know. I saw that, and I saw her kind of getting, she was sober for a while. She seemed happy, she seemed comfortable. And I was like, it was almost inspiring for me to just be like, figure your shit out, dude. Like, I was kind of feeling not studious lately, and that kind of reinvigorated my desire to, all right, let's get studying, dude. Like, you got exams you got to write. You have to rewrite 741 again, like, and Network Plus, and there's 2 A+ exams that you got to write. There's the software and the hardware, so you need to start studying. You need to get going. And I'm 801. I got to get studying, so I got to end this. But that's yeah, that's kind of what was happening, and like I said, I don't know if I'm articulating this as much as I'd like to, but it just kind of changed my perspective, and I'm glad that I went to that, and I'm glad that I saw that person, and I'm glad that they helped change my perspective by literally doing nothing. So, but by just being there, and being themselves. So, yeah, I have to go study now, and I will make a vlog whenever there is stuff to talk about.